Hi, I'm Pam East, and today I want to talk to you about wet packing enamels. I have a piece here and it's all ready to go. It's been cleaned, and I've got some enamels which I've screened to improve the clarity. If you want to know more about screening to improve clarity, I have another video out on YouTube on that. Before I start using them, I'm going to get them wet. I'm going to be using clean distilled water. And you'll notice I have 2 cups here. Nothing ever goes into the clean cup. Water only comes out of the clean cup. I'm going to use an enamel spatula to agitate it a little bit. And this is just going to get the last of any fines that are sticking to the grains off, and it's going to saturate the enamel with water. You do want to use a lot of water when you're wet packing. I'll pour the excess off into a waste cup. And now that's ready to use. I'm going to start with my darkest color, and I'm going to prop it up on the lid of this little condiment cup so that it's sitting at an angle. That makes it easier to pick it up with the brush. The water, it's got quite a bit of water. Let me show you this way. It's got quite a bit of water down in the bottom, and it's drier at the top. And right where the 2 come together, the water and the drier part, is where it's the perfect consistency for picking up with the brush. And I'm also going to be using a scribe, and I'll pick up a little bit of enamel and I'll push it off onto the piece. Now it should push off easily and lay right down. If it doesn't, your enamel is probably too dry. Water is your friend in this particular process. And I'm just going to continue along, putting the enamels on with the brush and pushing it off. I'm doing a slightly shaded technique on this piece. I'm going to be using peacock green, lime green, and flax yellow. And it's going to make a nice delicate shading. The other thing about wet packing is it allows you to lay the enamels in very thinly, and the thinner your layers, the less likely you are to get bubbles, and the more shading you can do. Nice thin layers are going to let you shade your enamels. So now I'm going to come right in with this lime yellow or lime green, and I'll have it right coming up to where the peacock is. And then I'm going to bring in that flax yellow, which is my lightest yellow for this project. And I'll go around the base of the flower. I like lotus blossoms. And once I have that enamel in, I'm going to want to come back with the point of my scribe and blend the colors where they come together. I don't want a sharp, defined line. If I get a sharp, defined line, it'll really show up. So to get that shading, you want to do a little bit of blending. And then I'll come do that where the lime and the flax come together as well. Once I have all the enamel in, I'm going to tap it, and the tapping is going to settle the enamel. And then I'm going to wick it. And I use toilet paper to do my wicking, and that it's very absorbent and it goes very quickly, and just by holding it to the edge, it's going to just pull that water right out, and now it's going to be ready to fire. The one last thing I need to do before I fire it is I want to come back with my brush and maybe a magnifying visor and make sure that there's no enamel up on the high points where I don't want enamel. So I'm just going to go with my brush and a little water here. I'm going to use a piece of toilet paper so it's not soaking wet, and I'm pushing the enamel back into the piece so that it's not out on the areas that I want to be silver. Okay, once I get it all cleaned up, it's ready to be fired, and then I can add another layer to it, or as many layers as I wish. If you want to learn more about enameling on metal clay, I do have 2 videos, one for enameling on silver clay and one for enameling on copper clay. They're each 2 DVD sets, 4 hours long, and they go in depth on 3 complete projects. I hope you'll join me again for another enameling project, and I'll talk to you soon.
Visit our Learning Center at cooltools.us for more cool jewelry making videos. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and be sure to sign up for our email list to be the first to hear about new videos, new products, and other cool stuff from Cool Tools.